Have you ever wondered where is the cast of Barney Miller 1975? In this video, you will see how have the actors of the movie Last of the Summer Wine changed. You will know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then, in 1975, and what's with them now, in 2025. Okay, let's go. Abe Vigoda as Philip K. Fish. Born February 24, 1921. As part of the Barney Miller cast, Vigoda played a deadpan sergeant. But before this, viewers might recognize him as someone embedded in mafia crime as Salvatore Tessio in The Godfather. Age filming, 54 years old. He landed the role in a casting call exclusively for actors without agents. He eventually got one, though, and thankfully this agent helped him become Sergeant Philip Fish. Despite false rumors of his demise, Vigoda maintained a sense of humor about the situation until his actual passing in 2016 at the age of 94. Leaving behind a legacy of laughter. Ron Glass as Ron Harris. Born July 10, 1945. Portraying Detective Ron Harris required a lot of nuances and a sense of fun. Fortunately, the cast of Barney Miller had just the man for the job with Ron Glass at the age of 30. Whose range cannot be overstated. Harris had high expectations from his setting and big dreams for his writing career. Glass achieved something of this on the show and off. For a while, when not part of the cast of Barney Miller, he worked on other sitcoms like Good Times and Sanford and Son. But later, his TV career took him on a very different path. Sci-fi fans will enjoy seeing him as Shepard's Daryl Book in Firefly and Serenity. Glass left this world in November 25, 2016 at the age of 71. Jack Sue as Nick Yemana. Born October 28, 1917. Shows know they hit big when a certain gag becomes a successful running joke. Cast member Jack Sue's character of Sergeant Yemana gave that to Barney Miller through his famously horrible coffee. Age filming, 58 years old. Sue got his start through incredible, painstaking endurance. He was one of the many Japanese Americans held in an internment camp during World War II. That's where he got his comedy start by entertaining his peers and the personnel alike. His body received harsh treatment from his smoking, and at just 61, he died. Gregory Sierra as Miguel, Chano, a Mongwale. Born January 25, 1937. Chano, much like Wojo, took his job with the squad very seriously. However, he expressed his passion more vocally and usually threw in a Spanish tirade when things did not go completely smoothly. His character became noticeably affected after a bank robbery turned deadly. Age filming, 38 years old. As a matter of fact, the man accumulated a lot of acting credits across multiple shows. They include the divisive hit soap and Sanford and Son. He died at the age of 83 after a long battle with stomach and liver cancer. 3 weeks before his 84th birthday. Barbara Barrie as Elizabeth, Liz, Miller. Born May 23, 1931. Liz Miller was a devoted social worker on Barney Miller. She was also the wife of the titular character. She appeared more as a reference, especially in phone calls than in person. But when she did appear. Age filming, 44 years old. After Barney Miller, Barrie could be seen alongside Sean Cassidy in Breaking Away. Her work there earned her an Academy Award nomination. But she didn't stop there. Barrie breached beyond acting and penned multiple children's books. At 91, she wants to help inform readers and put an admirable amount of effort into realizing that goal. Sadly, as of September 2014, she announced she had been diagnosed with idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, but is still going strong. Now she is 94 years old. Steve Landesberg as Arthur Dietrich. Born November 23, 1936. Sergeant Arthur Dietrich provided an early example of overly explaining things and missing the mark completely. It couldn't be called mansplaining, because, frankly, everyone got lost in his enigmatic vernacular contribution. Regardless, being part of the Barney Miller cast did great favors to the show and his career. Originally, he appeared as a priest in season 2, then joined as Dietrich at the age of 39. After healing through faith and justice, he played someone who healed through medicine. A lot of his characters ended up being doctors in later titles. From Headcase to the Golden Girls, Landesberg, he died in 2010 at the age of 74 from colon cancer. James Gregory as Frank Luger. Born December 23, 1911. Almost everyone has that one acquaintance who was like a verbal ticking time bomb of outrageous comments. Even for the show's time, Comments made by Inspector Frank Luger often sounded outright outdated. James Gregory put his all into bringing this gravelly inspector to life using his own skills as a character actor that Barney Miller had to endure. Age filming, 64 years old. In fact, James Gregory gained so much fame as a character actor. He became an absolute titan in Hollywood. His voice made him an excellent actor for gruff, tough men like in The Manchurian Candidate and Beneath the Planet of the Apes. His role in the Barney Miller cast came at the end of his career and he passed away in 2002 at the age of 90. But not before enjoying almost 60 years of marriage to the talented Ann Miltner. Ron Glass as Ron Harris. Born July 10, 1945. Portraying Detective Ron Harris required a lot of nuances and a sense of fun. Fortunately, the cast of Barney Miller had just the man for the job with Ron Glass at the age of 30. Whose range cannot be overstated. Harris had high expectations from his setting and big dreams for his writing career. Glass achieved something of this on the show and off. For a while, when not part of the cast of Barney Miller, he worked on other sitcoms like Good Times and Sanford and Son. But later, his TV career took him on a very different path. Sci-fi fans will enjoy seeing him as Shepard's Daryl Book in Firefly and Serenity. Glass left this world in November 25, 2016 at the age of 71. Max Gail as Stan, Wojo, Wojciechowicz. Born April 5, 1943. Wojo could be a well-meaning but naive part of the Barney Miller cast. While time can turn people jaded or disillusioned, Max Gail's character, Detective Stan Wojciechowicz, had his heart in the right place. Nicknamed Wojo, this wholesome, well-meaning detective helped skyrocket Gail's fame so he could land even bigger roles. Age filming, 32 years old. His most famous movie is arguably DC Cab, which had him working alongside Mr. T. Gail stuck to comedy and crime in equal measure. He landed a role on The Whiz Kids, sporting a rather far-out mustache. Gail also appeared in Walker, Texas Ranger, and Matlock, emphasizing his affinity for crime-related content. He's 81 years old. Hal Linden as Barney Miller. Born March 20, 1931. Hal Linden, who portrayed Captain Barney Miller, had a prolific career in acting before his iconic role in Barney Miller. Age filming, 44 years old. He earned a Tony Award for his performance in the Broadway musical, The Rothschilds, in 1971. During the show's run from 1975 to 1982. Linden's impeccable comedic timing and leadership skills contributed to the series' success. Linden is turning 94 and despite his age, he stays active in show business. In 2019, he was in Granddaddy Day, working right alongside Linda Gray of Dallas fame. In 2023 he was seen on the big screen in the film You People. Good for him for keeping up with what he loves to do.